Canadians.
They do not like Canadians.
No.
If you're a Canadian, you have no chances here.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
No, they love Canadians.
Sorry.
What are you talking about? Listen, in this short video, we're going to talk about the topic that everybody wants to sweep under the carpet. Nobody likes to talk about it. It's uncomfortable, but yet guys really need to be aware of it so that they can be successful. And that's prejudice.
Yeah.
This is a country of extreme prejudice, would you say?
Yeah, very discriminatory.
Yeah.
Discrimination is a common accepted thing here.
It is. Because, I mean, let's face it, the Iron Curtain just came down, 1991?
Yeah.
Before that, it was only white woman. So they're not used to black men, Chinese men, Hispanics, Indian. But the good news is, guys, you can be successful coming here. You got to be aware that there is prejudice here against you.
Yep.
You got to be prepared, get a little thick-skinned.
Yep.
Understand it's going to take you longer. Right?
Yep.
And I guess my big snippet of advice is most guys that have an ethnicity, like say black guys, they can't be successful with a big age gap. Like a 50-year-old guy coming here, he can find a 35-year-old, let's say, and if he's in really great shape, and he has some charisma, some real attractive qualities.
And he looks like Will Smith or Denzel Washington.
There you go. No, I meant.
I know what you mean.
I meant white men.
Yeah.
They can push the age gap a bit, right? Depends, right? But if it's a 50-year-old black guy, he really needs to stick within 5 years of his age.
Yeah, it's quite rigid, the way that he's got to look at himself and how he presents to the local ladies here.
Yeah. So the top two ethnicities that have the highest prejudice, would you say is black?
As in black Americans or blacks overall?
Well, it's a good distinguishment, actually.
I think it's black Americans, from that perspective. But if you're black skin from another culture...
Yeah, like from North Africa.
Yeah.
It's much higher.
It is harder again.
It's hard. And the reason that is, I believe, is because ladies don't want to move to a North African country because it's mostly third world, and they want to increase their quality of life to marry foreign men, not decrease their quality of life. So it makes it harder.
And it's also if you got dark skinned Hispanics, all right, it can be also quite difficult sometimes.
Yeah, the dark skin thing. If you're jet black, it's harder to find somebody than if you're chocolate black. I don't know why, but it just is what it is.
I think because it's new. Their only representation of it is from Western television of 20 years ago, unfortunately. But again, it's something that is slowly changing in the country, slowly changing. People are learning slowly that they're just people too, Color of skin has nothing to do with it, really.
And certainly the younger generation is more open to mixed racial marriages. But a big point I want to drive home to people so that they need to understand that it's critically important if you're going to come here and find a lady and marry her, you need to win over the parents. And that's a tall order, usually. Right.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you've got things going against you, like your skin color, that can make it extra difficult. Yes.
It's already a challenge to come here as a white Caucasian person and win over the parents who will be your in-laws. That's already a challenge because you don't speak the language, and there's already prejudice against foreigners, Caucasian foreigners coming. You add ethnicity to that. It goes way up.
Yes.
I met a guy in Silpo one time. He was a black man, gynecologist, and I met him, and he very quickly told me his very sad life story. That he married a Ukrainian girl from Sumy here. They had 2 children. He's a successful gynecologist. He came home one day. The kids were 2 and 3 years old, something like that. She was gone like the wind. Never found his children again. Never saw his children again. He said it was because, he always had a problem with the in-laws. They hated him, as he put it. So I tell that story to emphasize the point that you really got to focus on winning over the parents. pour it on. You can do it. I totally believe you can do it.
Don't try and buy them though.
No, don't try to buy them. Good point. Yeah, no, but you just gotta be chivalrous and show that you're gonna take care of the daughter. You gotta earn their trust.
Yep.
I think they will learn to trust you if you
They
really
will.
show you're gonna be a kind, generous, strong man, and you're gonna take care of their little girl.
You know, and it's not so much discrimination. They're just not used to seeing somebody like you. That's all that's to it.
Yeah, you're probably right. We've talked to so many women. We've asked so many women, would you date a black man? Would you date an Indian man? You know, and we're starting to survey our database. So roughly, the order of the prejudice goes like this so far. I just want to say this because I just think it needs to be said, because it's going to help guys wonder, because all guys are asking us, do I have chances in Ukraine? And what is the prejudice level against me? So I'm just answering guys in this video, really. But again, my big takeaway message is, please know that you can come here and be successful. Absolutely, just like a Caucasian man. Don't think that you can't. Don't let anybody tell you you can't, but just be prepared for it. You got a bit of an uphill battle, but if you want to man up, you can find her. I fervently believe that. And you see lots of blacks here, right? Lots of Indians.
Well, not that many, but you do see them.
In Sumy. But go to Kiev, go to Odessa. You know, but they do tend to be younger guys.
They are. The students mainly.
The students, The older you get, the more difficult it gets. But the order is black people. There's the most prejudice against blacks. And then I would say Indians.
Or from the subcontinent, Indian, Bangladesh, Pakistani.
East India, from the east. Again, the distinguishment there is if you live in India, your chances of finding somebody, this needs to be said, is almost zero. Would you agree?
Yes.
It's hard for us because we want to help everybody, really, but it is what it is. We need to be realistic, and if we don't see that we can help a client, we're not going to take your money.
You know, look, I'll give you a reason for that too. It's not so much they're discriminating against your culture or you. What they are looking at is the fact that India to them does not represent an improvement upon their own culture, upon their own country.
They want to increase their quality of life for them and for their children, and they don't see opportunity in India.
Rightly or wrongly, that's the way they look at it.
It is what it is. So blacks, East Indians, then I would say Muslims.
In general,
In general. And Muslims can be successful here, but a couple of points you need to know, and that is, she's not converting to Islam. Ain't going to happen. If that's what you're looking for, don't even begin this journey, because it ain't going to happen. You're just going to be let down. These women are Orthodox, Ukrainian Russian Orthodox, and they believe in their faith, and that's important to them. They're not going to convert.
They believe in it just as much as you believe in yours.
So. And they're not going to move to a Middle Eastern country like Iraq, Iran, Saudi.
United Arab Emirates.
So again, it's quality of life. So that's third, Muslims, and fourth is
Canadians.
They do not like Canadians. If you're a Canadian, you have no chances.
Sorry.
No, they love Canadians.
Sorry.
What are you talking about? But way to lighten it up here. Number four.
It's a serious topic.
The last one. It's serious. So thanks for the last one is Hispanic. The fourth prejudice culture is, I'd say, Asians.
And they believe everybody from Asia is Chinese. They don't recognise the difference between the different Asian countries in general. Anyway, so if you're Asian, you're Chinese. That's all that's to it. And there's a big discriminatory procedure against Chinese because they're seen as the opposition and strange. Only because it's a lack of education about them. That's all.
Lack of experience. And again, if you live in a good country, like if you're American Chinese, Canadian Chinese, or Western,
that's different.
Then your chances are much higher. If you're from mainland China, for example, again, quality of life is going down. you're not going to get her to move to mainland China. But from Singapore or somewhere, yeah. And the other thing with Asians is they tend to be shorter. And so that compounds it. You know, like anywhere in the world, the girl generally likes the guy to be taller. So just be aware that, you know, you're going to have a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, and the average height of the women here are higher than average, right?
But there is a lot of short Ukrainian women. Yeah.
I must be missing them. I'm going like this and they're walking by, though.
I don't know, but there is. I don't know.
There is, but there is still a lot of taller women.
There's tall, yeah, a lot of tall. There's all sizes.
There is.
Yeah. And the fifth and least prejudice, I would say, is the Hispanics. There's a lot of Ukrainian women that actually love Spanish men. They tend to be, you know, romantic.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as with Asia and China. You know, they just see all Hispanics as being from one particular country. They don't have the education to know the differences between the cultures of the different countries in South America in particular.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And when they do become aware of it, you know, that makes that West Indian guy or that guy from Costa Rica, you know, much more attractive than what they thought.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, on a parting note, guys, please, we just want you to know what's real here, but please don't be discouraged. You can come here, you can totally be successful. You might have to adjust your zone of success a bit. Don't look for a big age gap, closer to your own age, plus or minus 5 years, and you can totally come here and be successful. Be prepared to get a few more no's than a Caucasian, but please be encouraged that you can come here and be successful. Good luck, guys.